Welcome to Life by Krystal L. I'm Krystal. I want to talk to you guys today about self-care. And I think this is something that's really important when you're on your self-improvement journey or self-development journey, and especially those of us who are creative people, is that it's really important to take the time away from our daily responsibilities and even sometimes away from our creative pursuits, that sometimes it's good to get away and just practice some self-care. And by self-care, I mean doing the things that really nurture you as a person, really nurture you as a creative, nurture you as an artist, or whatever else it is that you are trying to pursue. Many of us are mothers and daughters, sisters, best friends, and a lot of times we put a lot of effort into making sure everyone else is taken care of, but we don't put that time and that effort into ourselves. And that's when you get burnout, that's when you start feeling unappreciated, that's when you start feeling unloved, and that's when you start feeling that other people are supposed to give to you what really you can also give to yourself. You don't have to wait for someone to love on you or celebrate you or appreciate you. You can do that yourself, and you can do that in many different ways. I mean, some really simple ways could be just making yourself a nice meal. I mean, I think it's really important to make yourself food that looks good, make yourself a meal that tastes good, really put the effort in. When you go shopping for something that you are really gonna be excited to eat and cook. Or if you don't cook, make sure you go somewhere, your favorite restaurant. But say for those of you who make your own meals and stuff, go all out, buy some salmon or buy that steak or something, buy that thing that's maybe a little bit pricey, but it just makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're treating yourself, I think that's so important. Other ways you can practice self-care are just, meditating, relaxing with a good book, spending time outdoors, listening to the birds. I mean, there's so many different ways as there are individuals in the world of what would constitute self-care for you. And once you begin to celebrate yourself and you really start to see the worth and the value in yourself, and other people are going to start to follow suit, and they're going to see that in you as well. Sometimes we're waiting for people to give to us what we really can be giving to ourselves, but sometimes you have to set the example. You have to set the example that I am worth this wonderful sit-down meal with, all these wonderful ingredients. I am worth, taking this wonderful bath and spending time with myself and just relaxing and getting away from all the craziness of life. You have to really invest in yourself. I mean, can you do this type of thing every day? I don't know. It depends on your life and your responsibilities and what you feel comfortable doing for yourself. But every once in a while, take that time out to really practice some self-care. I have actually a couple of really great videos. If you're a crafty person, then this is wonderful for you. This is a great way for you to practice some self-care. Not only are you feeding that creativity, but you're also going to be producing something that you can use later on. So I have a video that I'm going to link right here. And those videos are the lavender lemon soap tutorial that I recorded a few years ago. And then I have another tutorial on how to create your own lavender oatmeal and milk bath tea, and it is so luxurious and so awesome, and it's so easy to do. So those are just some really easy ways that you can care for yourself. You can also tap into your creativity, and you can kind of hit all those points in one activity. So I'll tell a quick story on how I decided that I needed to really start to take care of myself. I had a little health scare a couple of years ago, and I went to the emergency room with intense abdominal pain. And up until that point, I really was not taking care of myself. I don't know exactly what I was doing. I was tired all the time. So because I was tired all the time, because I wasn't going to bed at a good time, I would supplement with caffeine in the morning. So I had gotten addicted to coffee. I was really, really busy, running around everywhere, not eating correctly, not doing a lot of my own cooking, or the cooking I was doing just was not as healthy as I could have been doing for myself. And, you know, it took its toll on my body, and I ended up going to the emergency room with abdominal pain, and it ended up not being anything serious at all. But it really was a wake-up call for me that I need to take better care of myself. And so from that moment on, I started eating right, I cut out caffeine, I started exercising like crazy, and I really started to see improvements in myself. And not only that, not just physically that I saw improvements, but even mentally and emotionally. I just felt better about myself because I was taking the time to care for myself. I was taking the time to make sure that I ate well. I was taking the time to make sure that I got adequate rest. I was taking the time to make sure that I got adequate activity, physical activity and exercise, which is so important. And you know, I don't want anyone watching for you to get to that point where you're in the emergency room and you're just in severe discomfort for you to change, you know, the way that you live your life. Don't wait until it's too late, or don't wait until you're in an emergency situation. Start now and start really incorporating those self-care principles into your life. I have a blog post that I have written on the practice of self-care, and this is great for anybody, and particularly for people who are, you know, very busy all the time and always giving to other people. This is great for you, and also for people who just want to learn how to love on yourself a little bit more. Then I think you'll find this blog post really, really helpful. So thanks again for watching, and if you like this video, then please remember to thumb it up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks. Bye-bye.